I just saw another UFO by the CN Tower. It just vanished. I wasn't fast enough to click the camera. I almost had a photo of it. It was large too. And just vanished. I gotta back off, see if it's anywhere around it. I don't see it. I see that thing on the balcony. I see him. There's a lot of things in those trees. A lot of things. They're giving off electromagnetic pulses and everything. I think the trees are loaded with the alien organisms. And there's alien organisms all over those trees. Everywhere around here, all the trees. There's the cluster. Yeah. It's almost 6 o'clock. It's getting ready for tonight. I'm shooting at 63x, so I can get a. I thought I could get a clear shot at the orbs beside it, but not. This thing has to blur everything out. Look how it's blurring out the entire, just the whole field of vision. It's casting a blur that whole area there that has trees on it. So the thing is intelligent. It won't let me take a photo of it up close. It's definitely intelligent. I'm just gonna see if that's a real plane. Okay, that's not a real plane, I don't think. We'll see in a minute. Wow, it's gone. Hold on. I think it just vanished. It moved way over. Way over. It's not a plane. And I don't care what it wants to look like. It's no plane. It moved way over. That would have been impossible for any plane. Now it's gone. Wow, it's gone. That would have been impossible for any plane to do that. It moved over. Wow, what's that? A sky? Oh boy! Look how bright those buildings are. How is that possible? I gotta take a picture of that. The whole place is glowing. Wow, that's unbelievable. It's still daytime. That thing is glowing like it's charged up with an atomic reactor there. Unbelievable. That's Scarborough. That's wild. Here comes another airplane. Let's see if that one's real. You hear a sound on it. Every time I snap a picture, it disappears. Wow, that was not a real plane either. It just blurred out my entire camera. I can't even get focus. Unbelievable. No. There's not a real plane either. It's nowhere. It just vanished. Yeah, that's the way they vanish in Toronto. 1 second they're here, the next second they vanish. Perfect. Okay. Back to the cluster. Let's see if that can vanish. I wish that would vanish. You can see millions and zillions of organisms just streaming by. Ha. Yes, it heard me. I know you heard me. I know you heard me. Don't want to show those, do you? Boy, it can read my mind. Look at it. Ready to eat me up. And I'm sure it will one day. Maybe soon. But until then, bad. Yeah, look at all the organisms just streaming past in the air. Zillions of them. We're breathing those things in. You can't avoid it. You just can't avoid it. If you breathe air, you can't avoid it. Even if you put air in a container, they're in the container. There's no avoiding these things. They're just all over. And look how upset that thing is that I'm saying that. It can hear me, and it can read my thoughts. Now it's splitting up into another cluster right behind it. Soon there'll be 2, and then there'll be. We'll have a whole forest full of clusters. But boy, did it get upset as soon as I mentioned there was a lot of them in the air. Yeah. All those trees there, they're not even real. All the ones that are, they don't even look like trees. That's all that white stuff, that's just holographic projections. Those trees should be bare with no leaves, just branches. I mean, they don't even look like. What that is all of these organisms have made a home on all those trees. Look at that. Yeah. And they're in large concentrations, and they made a home on all those trees. Those trees should be nothing but bare branches. They don't even look like that, and that doesn't look like real trees at all. So all those trees are maybe not even real. The whole trunk of the tree may not be real. It might be just these organisms. They've eaten all the trees. They eat trees. That's one of the things they eat. The other thing they ate is all the pigeons in Toronto. There's not a pigeon left in Toronto. Or a seagull. There's no real pigeon or seagull left in Toronto or anywhere near Toronto. They've eaten them all. And it's no wonder that these things have to eat something. Next thing, they'll be eating us. When they eat everything else, they'll eat us. They're saving us for dessert. Look how many organisms that is. See how it darkens the whole sky? Just darkens everything. It's like impenetrable cloud of them. You can't get through it with the camera. It's just one big blur. It's daylight everywhere else except in that location. But look at how many organisms are in the air. They can be subatomic, submicroscopic. There's no limit to how small they can be. They can pass right between our cells because they move so fast. They can move faster than the speed of light. This is nothing how fast they can move. But none of those trees there, that's not the trees. Yeah, it's upset. I can't care less. I didn't ask it to come here. You can just see the organisms. Just look how many there are. The air is full of them. Look at that. You could just, you can't even count them. There's so many. I don't think there's a computer that's made that can count all the organisms that are in the air. It's unbelievable. And this is not just Toronto. It's all over the same thing. I just saw a white orb fly by. I'll have to check the video after, but I saw a white orb fly by. There's lots of them right here too. They just keep flying over my head. Look at how many organisms there are. And that thing knows I'm talking about them, and he doesn't like it. It's real upset with me. Yeah, come closer, come closer. Come here where I can reach you. Yeah. Yeah, it won't come close. Cause it's just afraid of me as I am of it. We don't know each other, so we'll have to respect our turf here. Yeah, that's about 20 feet across, that cluster right now, the way it's expanded. When it expands into a hexahedron even more, it can be like very large. And it's preparing to go up into the sky tonight and pretend that it's a star. Meanwhile, it's going to be charging up all those particles that are streaming by. Yeah, come on, closer. It's going to be charging up all those particles streaming by up in the sky. Yeah, there's zillions of them. Look at this, look at this. Yeah, oh yeah. This shows how intelligent it is, that it can actually hear me all the way 3 kilometers away, and that it reacts to me filming all these organisms in the air. Look how many there are. Look how many. And it's real upset with me, but tough, you know. This is my planet, and I'm not gonna just give it up that. Yeah. Look at them all. Just zillions of them. Zillions. Everywhere. Just everywhere. They're on every single thing. Toronto is so contaminated. I've never seen contamination like this in my entire life. And I've seen contaminated zones. And I've never seen anything like it. This is the most contamination I've ever seen in my life. And I don't care if they don't like hearing this at City Hall. Too bad. It's true. This is the most contaminated zone I've ever been in. Look at all those organisms. They're just like all over the place. Everywhere. Everywhere. On everything, on everyone, all over. No matter where I film it. Look at all those organisms just flying by. I'm surprised nobody's doing anything about it. It's incredible that that people aren't aware of it. You know, look at this. People aren't aware of it. Can you believe it? Look at that thing. They'll be aware of it soon. Yeah. Look at all. I mean, that's incredible that people just choose to ignore these things right in front of their noses. And look what this thing is doing. Look at it. There's no light in there. Light cannot penetrate them. That's how thick the air is with them. Pretty soon oxygen will not penetrate them, and they'll kill us all, asphyxiate us with no oxygen. They already have us sealed off. And when they eat all the trees, there'll be no oxygen. We'll have to produce it with machines. Yeah, it's angry with me. That's the brakes. It's gonna turn into a plasma state right on the ground. I don't believe it. It's so pissed off at me. It's gonna turn into plasma right here on the ground. Yep, yep, yep. Look at all those organisms. Wow. Yep, it's turning into plasma right on the ground. That's unbelievable, incredible. Yeah. Look at those organisms all over. I'm glad it did that. Now I can really show it. Yeah, yeah. It's doing me a favor. Now I can use its light to show them. Yeah, look at them. Look at them all. Look at that. Shoot all around it just to show them. This thing is perplexed. It doesn't know what to do about me. Yeah. Look at all of them. Yep. Look at how many. All those trees, they're not trees anymore. They're these things. They're taking the shape of trees and ate all the trees. We're next. We keep ignoring them. We're next. They've eaten all the birds already. It's gonna be time for a change of diet. They're tired of pigeons and seagulls. There's a third cluster forming. Maybe even a fourth cluster. Okay, well this is the general area like yesterday. Same clump of trees. Today's more daylight time because it was sunny. So that's how far it is away from me. This is at 15x, no 12x. This is 18, and that's 20. That's maximum range optical for this camera. I'll go to 80 to show it. And now I'm at 80. That's maximum intelligent. You could just see all those organisms streaming. Right now my hands are frozen and I'm just gonna turn off the camera and go in. I'm just gonna go and see if there's anything but a CN tower. Too bad I missed that UFO. It was really huge. I didn't click at the right time. Yeah, I didn't expect to see it. But I caught one earlier today at around 12:30. I think that is a large insect that flew right by the CN tower. Actually, it was there for a few seconds. I was able to take a shot of it. Okay, nothing there now. Is the alien over there? Yeah, he's still on the balcony. Now there's a lot of organisms between me and him. Now they're all going up into the atmosphere, so it's harder to take a picture of. There's so many organisms between me and him that I can't even take a picture there. That's clear. There's just too many organisms in the way, and they blur everything. You can just